Hello FlossTube, my name is Tamara, and in today's video I wanted to show you some finished projects from the projects I announced in an early video. I still finished some. That's why I wanted to share you with what I have. And it's not even stitched, but I managed to, to finish this project. Okay, in a second you'll see what I'm talking about. And I will start with this design. This is Just Nan Promises. I didn't use the embellishment pack because I changed the purple beads on lighter purple. I don't know why. I felt that I needed a lighter purple for this this thing. And it was a very quick, nice stitch. And I can show you what I actually have. And what I actually have is this. And it's already kind of finished, if you see. The thing is that this is the lid, actually, of such a frame craft ceramic box. So this is it. I just have it. This one is new. I didn't show it in any purchases. The thing is that initially, before starting stitching this one, I was thinking about like stitching it and making a pin cushion, a square pin cushion. Like you see here, it's framed in a frame, but like make a square pin cushion. Then I decided that I wanted to make out of it a heart-shaped pin cushion. Okay, I have never done this. That's why I cut on paper the form of the heart. I like kind of measured and I thought it's going to be okay. I cut it. I looked for the other side fabric, sewed them together, and when I turned the heart from the inside out to see how it looked like, filled it in, I totally didn't like the form of the heart. Totally, absolutely. And like took everything away and didn't know what to do, honestly. Then I decided that I would make a pin keep, something like this. And meanwhile, this one, the Framecraft ceramic box, this one, it popped out on eBay. Why do I say popped out? Because there was a time when I was looking for them to buy them. They are rare because they are out of production, and sometimes, most of the times, the big one, because this is the biggest size of the the box, they get expensive. I have just one more, a green one, also the same size, big size. And I remember like a couple of times looking on eBay, trying to find, couldn't find. The ones which were on for sale, they went like expensively, and I just gave up the idea. And now when this one popped up for £8, I thought it's a good price for a big box. That's why I purchased it. So meanwhile, I was like trying to think what to do with the broken heart I had. This one came and I said, why not trying like making it the lid, you know? And I really like how it looks like, like the color. It's actually only these roses have like the color of the dark red of the box, but I like how it looks like. The only thing which I don't like is the fact that due to the fact that previously this one was cut like here, the heart shaped, I couldn't let it go down at least for 5 millimeters, because I feel that 5 millimeters, like, it would have been okay. But it's not bad, let me say. So it's not bad, because I'm always like trying to find something that it would have been better. But let me look at the positive part, that in such a way also it's not bad. So in such a way, Promises by Just Nan is stitched and is finished. So I think I'm going to leave it in this box lid so far. Maybe in like a few time, if I will have the patience of looking up here and changing it, because I was extremely already disappointed by the fact that the first way of finishing didn't work. That's why I was doing this one like quickly, inattentively, nervously, I would say. That's why I will leave some time to pass, and maybe I'll try to remake it, maybe. But maybe I will like it more and more as it is, and I won't do anything. But so far it will stay like this. And the second finished, stitched and finished design is again Just Nan. This is Enchanted Swans, such a beautiful design of 1999, quite an old one, I would say. I wanted this one very much, was very happy when managed to find it. And this is how I finished it. Yay! Yes, I finished it with a hardanger as a bell pull, with a hardanger like low end, I don't know how to call it, and not only like the fabric where I stitched, but with another fabric underneath it. The thing is that a while ago I purchased such a booklet by Cross and Patch. This is Amy Bishop's designs inside, and honestly I was mesmerized, I would say, by this way of finishing. So I remember seeing this one on eBay, and I like made the photo bigger to look at this finishing, and I was like very thrilled, and I purchased it immediately. And when I came home, I looked at it and I said that this autumn, or at least next autumn, I will try to stitch and finish one like this. Okay, and when I started stitching this one, the Enchanted Swans, I was thinking like, okay, I'm stitching it. By the way, I started like from the upper part, and I was thinking, okay, I started it, I'm going to stitch it, and what do I do next? How do I finish this one? And then I thought, of course, I'm going to finish it as a bell pull, as I usually do. And I said, okay, but maybe it's going to be in the frame. And I decided, okay, I'm going to stitch it, leave it for a while to make sure what I really want for finishing for this one, and then time will show what do I do. And you know, in the next second just came an idea to me, and I told myself, what if I'm going to finish this one like this one? I mean, like with hardanger here in the end. And I said, oh, but I cannot do it. I don't stitch so much hardanger. I had just one case of stitching hardanger, and I'm a beginner. And here, actually, it's not a pattern. So I have to think what to do here. But, you know, the idea was so, how do I say, persistent in my mind, that in the next few hours, everything was decided. First of all, I have a notebook, I don't know how to call it. It's with a small like squares. I use that one for when I need to do something. I use that one for when I need to draw something with cross stitch. I mean like remaking some parts of the patterns, so that I would understand what to do. Okay. So I saw how many stitches I have here. I counted how to do here, how much to leave here, like on the edges. You see here, this on the edges. This is buttonhole stitch, by the way. So I realized what I have to do, and this part, by the way, didn't know what to do. Wanted first one, thought about taking like this one. Then it wasn't like okay. Then I thought that having here a heart shape, because here we have hearts, thing like this. Then I remembered that Victoria Sampler actually has a lot of patterns which have here like this, and I looked at her patterns which have hardanger here, and I would say that I inspired myself, because unfortunately I couldn't find a chart which would have the exact pattern which I needed, because I would have been happy to have something and follow it. But the thing is that I had to take glimpses, to take parts and like adjust them to what I have. So I kind of have here a heart, if you can see. So here it's like the angle thing. I made the Algerian eyelets here in the middle. What else? Algerian eyelets like here. I would say that I cut the hardanger holes here better. I don't have these things on the edges. And the thing is that when I cut everything and started doing this wrapping bars, I didn't make them double. I made them one, as I used to know how to do from my previous experience. But the thing is that I wanted here, like on the edge, to make dove eyelets, dove's eyes, yeah. And when I wanted to look how to make them, apparently they are made if you have here double wrapped bars. So I made also dove eyes, but these are corner dove eyes, something like this. So nevertheless, I made something. So speaking about the fabric which would go underneath, from the very beginning, when I thought about the idea of having like hardanger here and another fabric underneath, I was sure that I wanted the pink one. And this pink I had, by the way, and I had it because I stitched this beauty. It's 28th count, because the original fabric here, it's smoked pearl, also 28th count. So of course this one also is 28th count. I had a piece of this fabric. This is DMC, this is not Zweigart. And I took it, I thought that it looks perfect. And then it came to me the idea, okay, what threads I will use here to like do this hardanger. And in the working threads I had 926, and I thought that this one would look perfect here, but I didn't have the pearl, so I ordered the pearl number 8 in 926. And then I thought about what using for this one, and for this one the best I chose, this is 225 for this one. And I also ordered this one because I didn't have, so I had them. I had to make some changes in the bottom part of the design. So here you can see that these 3 rooms, and they come like this. What I had to do, I had to make this one full, so make it full, and the rooms, so that they would come here, you see, in this thing, like this. And I had to calculate so that they would fit here like equally. The beads here would go like equally. And what else? These ones I also calculated how to do. Calculated, like counted. I counted how they would fit, how they say, equally in this pattern. Nevertheless, there is something which I'm not proud of and I'm not contented of. This is the buttonhole stitch, like on these edges. And this was happening, like the part which I don't like is when I finished, when I was finishing like the thread I had, and I had to take new thread. So when I was like starting with a new thread, I couldn't like make it perfect. Don't know why, but didn't make it perfect, unfortunately. But I hope that in future I will learn this thing. And also here, like I have beads on the gray fabric. I don't know if you can see where is, like here, you see? It's gray beads. This is 00150. My idea was taking beads which wouldn't be very evident here. So I wanted them to fill in and make this hardanger more beautiful, but not stand out, because the ones which are in the design, the white ones, the pink ones, these ones have to stand out, not these ones which are in the hardanger. That's why I just took something with which I thought that it's going to be okay. And these ones I had in stash. And I already picked something for the pink one as well. This is 00145. This is how it looks like. And also, I don't know if you can see, but they are here. So it's like Algerian eyelet, and there was also a little space. So in this little space I included these ones. When cutting this thing like next to the buttonhole stitch, I was scared, of course. But I tried very, very hard to do it. I did my best. And here, like I have such bell pull stick, don't know how to call it, like a very simple cheap one. I thought about the color, like painting it in white, but then I realized that this color is the best for it. And here, because this one doesn't have a hanger, I used ribbons, organza ribbons, which I have. They are not very white. This is also, as you can see, pink and gray. By the way, when I was like attaching them from here and from here, I made some bows, yeah, here, but they didn't look nice. Honestly, they look like cheap, and I didn't like them, so I just attached. I just put this one here and here so that I would have what to attach it with. So this is about the stitching itself. What else? And how I put it together. This is how the back looks like. I took YLI thread, the invisible thread, and I, first of all, what I did, I like fixed this one like in the middle so that it would be like this one to this one. And took, as I said, YLI thread, and next to this buttonhole stitch, very, very carefully I went here and I just put them together, like you see, because this one is not going anywhere. It stays with this one, you see? It's like this. For this is going to be the best thing, so that they would stay together. And then when I finished, I just like fold it, or how do I say, here. And again with YLI thread, I just fixed everything here. So I think this one was the most, how to say, the easiest part of like fixing them together and fixing them by this rod, how to call it. So that's it about the finishing. Why did I tell you first about the finishing? Because the design itself, it's beautiful, but it's not something wow, which nobody has never stitched so far. The finishing in this, such a finishing, I would say, is more wow, is more exclusive, I would say. Okay, speaking about the stitching itself, yes, let's not forget about the stitching. So the design is stitched on smoky pearl cashel linen. I chose the linen according to the key. It has such a beautiful pair of swans here, very beautiful. How do you say? It's an old design, and maybe that's why I didn't find the specialty stitches difficult, unusual, because there were other designs by Just Nan which, how they say, thrilled me with they look beautiful. I wouldn't say that they don't look beautiful. The thing is that they were usual, as I used to do them so far. I liked very much, and I like very much how this big beads, the 2mm beads, pearl beads, they do their thing here. So we have Algerian eyelets here, this one, the swans. By the way, the swans were stitched with hand-dyed thread, which was included here in the embellishment pack. So this is how it looks like. It was a very quick stitch, by the way. A very quick stitch. I think in like the stitching itself of the design, it took me no more than 3 days, I think, but the other things took me more days. These hearts are very beautiful. The center part is with gold, and then they come in pink. So here, as I said, I had to reconstruct this one to make it like full, because it was like kind of this one were coming on it, but here I had to kind of reconstruct and already like put this rhomb here in each like thing. Nice, very, very nice, I would say. Speaking about the materials of this one, so I used the embellishment pack. These are the leftovers, by the way. I used the embellishment pack, which was here. The threads were very little, 7, I think, of shades of thread. Very, very little, very unusual, quite, for Just Nan, because there are little designs which ask for 20, 25 threads. There were 2 pearls which actually were here in the design. So this is the white one. By the way, this is going to be probably the first ball, cotton pearl ball, which I'm going to finish with my designs, not just by Nan, but all the designs I stitch. And ecru, number 8, both of them number 8. That's why I already, this two I purchased. And it was Krenik 002 recommended. I used instead Rainbow Gallery Treasure Braid PB03. This one, by the way, it's not needed for a lot of things. I remember that I attached the charm with it. I made the beaks of the swans and in the hearts, and that's it, if I'm not wrong. So you need very, very little. You can use any gold you have. It really doesn't make any difference if it's 002 or any other gold. I mean, like golden gold. And that's it about the materials. That's it about the finishing. And yes, I am very glad that I did it. And you know, the interesting thing about this design, it was the fact that everything went quickly. For example, since I had the idea of making it like this, took the notebook, like sketched everything. I had already everything. The pink, how do I say, fabric, I already had it. I ordered this two, they were in stock, they came very quickly. These two like beads, I already have them. The ribbons, I already had them in my stock. This one was purchased for another design and it fitted perfectly, and that's why like I took it for this design. So I don't know, everything went very quickly and everything, how do I say, successfully built up. That's why I think that probably it was meant to be that this design would be finished like this. I dearly, dearly like it. And I wanted to show you one more design which was not stitched now, but was finished now. So in January I said in one of my videos that I have a range of stitched designs which are in a special box and which I think that I am able to finish myself. That's why I kind of made myself a challenge this year, every month, to take a design, a stitched work, not design, a stitched project from that box and finish it. Last month it was Winter Blues by Just Nan, and this month, of course, it's February and it's the month of love. And I chose Be My Valentine, also by Just Nan. The design was stitched last year, if I'm not wrong, also in February. Like I had the embellishment and the chart, and this is ice blue, if I'm not wrong, which was according to the key, because I usually stitch all the Just Nans according to the key. Very, very rarely when I change something. Either I don't have the fabric because it's out of production. This is the most of the case, not because I don't like the choice which Nan made and suggested us in the key. So stitched it and it was just there. This year I said that it's the month of love, I have to finish this one and I have to hang it. That's why I like purchased this kind of banners for it. I think I don't have such banners in none of my designs so far. I purchased because I didn't have blue and pink cording here. I didn't like the blue one, how it looked like. I liked best the pink one, kind of comes in contrast with the fabric, but in the same time comes in accordance to the threads which are here in the design, you see. And here on the other side I used the same blue, ice blue fabric which I used last month for the winter blues. you see. And this is how I made this part. Yes, here it's not very aesthetical. Yes, it's not very beautiful, but nevertheless, this one doesn't give, you know, like when you look, it doesn't give volume to the design, because the last month's design, it's I'm not totally how to say, contented how I finished the last month's design. That's why for this one I am glad how it looks like. At least it's not thick, it's thin, it's nice. And I also attached here such a tassel. This one I purchased actually, was purchased for this design, because first I thought that I'm going to finish it like with an angle, and I'm going to attach this one. And this was like when I looked how do I say, on the screen, this was the best variant which I could choose. But when it came, I realized that I don't like the color. That's why I decided to finish it like this, and I think it's a better variant. And this one I just attached here, because this one can be hanged, it can be put, it can be taken out. And I thought like, okay, let me put it here, let it be here, because ideally it would go a pink one, but I don't have a pink one. And you know, when it is hanging, it looks like pretty nice, like with a tassel and even with a blue tassel. But in future, I'm thinking about changing this one for a pink one. I'm thinking I think it doesn't matter what shade of pink. I wanted to say that it would be great if it would be this one, this shade of pink, but I think any shade of pink, it would look okay. So yes, one more finished design in my, how do I say, one more month and one more finished design from the previous stitched ones. So this is what I wanted to show you in today's video. So I wanted to show this one which was just finished, wanted to show you this one which was stitched and finished, and this one which also was stitched and finished. Yes, I know maybe it's not a lot, but believe me, speaking about hours which I spent stitching and finishing, mostly finishing, this was quite a lot. So I hope you liked it. I hope it was interesting for you, and of course see you in my next videos. Until then, bye bye.